Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins a caution-filled race here at Daytona.
Wow, these guys, I kept my Talladega car, told them to build a new one. They built the fifth, third, fourth, that was really fast. We won the Firecracker 400, man, that's awesome. Been coming down here since 2008. Came in 2006, one time with Bobby Hamilton Jr. And it's cool that we put it in victory lane, got our second win this year.
What do you want to say to these fans? They're hearing you right now, Ricky.
Love it! Thank you for coming out here. Everybody in NASCAR. Woo! America, 1776. We are the champs.
All right, we'll see you in victory lane, all right?
Alright, so there you go. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. winning the caution-filled Coke Zero 400, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Quite a race here. A lot of expectations for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to get the win here. But in the end, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in his Ford comes up in first place. Ford winning both races here at Daytona this 2017 season. So shout out to him, Fastenal, Fifth Third Bank, and everybody at Roush Racing. It's good to see Roush get some wins here finally after all these years. So that was the Coke Zero 400 powered by Coca-Cola. We had a Camaro pace car. We had Dale Jr. also starting out on the pole. The first caution came out with Cole Witt. He was smoking. The 83 Ryan Sieg also was taken out of the race at the same time right there. Caution number 2 was the 15. DJ Kennington spun out off of 4. And that was on lap 16 of 160. And Brad Keselowski ended up getting the stage 1 win. So congrats to Brad Keselowski winning stage 1. But once again, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. winning 2 plate track races this year. One at Talladega and one here at Daytona. So let's continue on. We went on with stage 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr. ends up hitting the wall on lap 53. It seemed like that might have just ended his day right there. He had help from Paul Menard, so that kind of sucks. We had caution on lap 60 for the 33. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Jeffrey Earnhardt, poor guy, he just keeps blowing up all season long. I don't even know why race at the main level if you're not competitive at all. I think Jeffrey Earnhardt might do better if he were in the 10 car. But let's talk about that at some other day. We had the big one. The 18 was involved. The 22, the 3, the 78, Martin Truex Jr., the 42 was involved, the 1, and the 10. And that was during stage 2. So the big one, it wasn't too big, but it did happen during stage 2. We also had Matt Kenseth winning stage 2. So shout out to Brad Keselowski winning stage 1 and Matt Kenseth winning stage 2. Happy 4th of July weekend to everybody out there. Let's have a safe one. Okay, then stage 3, we went back to racing. We had another caution on lap 91, and that was the 7th caution of the day. That was for the 75, Brendan Gaughan. We had another caution right after that. The 24 and Trevor Bayne ended up spinning out. That was the 8th caution on lap 99 of 160. So the curse of the 24 is real, and Chase Elliott just signed on till 2022, and he's still wrecking the 24. So after that, we had a caution for Kevin Harvick. He ended up blowing his tire out of turn 4, I think. And right behind him was Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to make a comeback, and it just wasn't meant to be tonight. His last full season in Monster Energy Cup Series here at Daytona. So we had Kevin Harvick blowing his tire. The 5 and the 2 were involved a little bit, I guess, right there. We had another caution. The 1 put the 48 into the wall. This is getting towards the end of the race. The 1 ends up hitting the 48 in the wall. Then the 1 ends up taking out Eric Jones. Eric Jones spins around, and somehow Denny Hamlin ended up spinning around. So we had a caution for Ricky Stenhouse. It turns out he wrecked. Well, it kind of looks like Kyle Larson got up into him. So Kyle Larson ended up getting a little bit of air there. But a lot of cars were collected in this one. The 21 was taken out. The 42, the 41, the 20, Danica Patrick, and Bubba Wallace all involved in that wreck right there. We also had another caution on lap 118 for Horseface. He had a horseshoe go down, so they bring out caution for that one. Basically, Brad Keselowski had a tire go down. And we had a caution for Casey Kane. He ended up spinning out. And then we had a caution with 31 to go. Matt DiBenedetto blew a tire and then stayed out on the track to cause a debris caution. And then after the caution came out, Matt DiBenedetto continued to stay on the track, putting debris all over the track. So thanks to him, we had a couple less laps to race with his debris being spread across the track. And at the end of the night, we had a little shootout there. David Reagan almost looked like he was going to win this thing. I think he won at Talladega before, but he went up high to block Ty Dillon. Like Ty Dillon actually has a shot to ever win. And he blocked the wrong guy. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. ends up just blowing by him, and then after that, David Reagan became irrelevant. So, in the end of the night, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. getting the win here at Daytona International Speedway. And that was the Coke Zero 400 brought to you by, or powered by, Coca-Cola. We had 163 laps. All 163 laps were run. It's a fastest time, or a fastest lap of 200.076. Also, we had 33 lead changes with 16 different leaders and 14 total cautions altogether. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. ends up leading 17 laps. He brings the 17 home in first place. Shout out to him and his Ford. Clint Boyer brings it home in second. Paul Menard finishes third. Michael McDowell is fourth. Ryan Newman finishes fifth. David Reagan finishes sixth. Brendan Gaughan finishes back up in the top 10. He takes his seventh place home here. Eighth goes to AJ Allmendinger. Ninth is Eric Jones. 10th goes to Chris Buescher. Corey LaJoie, all-time high, finishes 11th. Jimmy Johnson is 12th. Matt DiBenedetto is 13th. Jimmy McMurray finishes 14th. Darrell Wallace is 15th. Ty Dillon finishes 16th. Daniel Suarez leads 11 laps. He finishes 17th. Casey Kane is 18th. Landon Castle is 19th. Kyle Busch finishes 20th, but it doesn't matter because this isn't a real track to him. 21st goes to Elliott Sadler. Chase Elliott finishes 22nd. He led 4 laps tonight. Trevor Bayne finishes 23rd. Denny Hamlin's 24th. Danica Patrick brings her Ford home 25th. Ryan Blaney's 26th. Matt Kenseth finishes 27th. And Kurt Busch is 28th. Kyle Larson's 29th. Reed Sorensen finishes 30th. Brad Keselowski's 31st. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads 2 laps. He finishes 32nd. Kevin Harvick finishes 33rd. 34th goes to Martin Truex Jr. 35th is Joey Logano. Austin Dillon finishes 36th. Jeffrey Earnhardt's 37th. 38th goes to DJ Kennington. 39th is Cole Witt. And 40th goes to Ryan Sieg. So, there you go. The Coke Zero 400 at Daytona International Speedway. Next week, the next week's race is on NBCSN. It's a Saturday night race, July 8th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Start Time. It's the Quaker State 400 presented by Advanced Auto Parts, and that's at Kentucky Speedway. Sunday, July 16th, we head to New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Overton's 301. Sunday, July 23rd, it's time for the Brantley Gilbert Big Machine 400, Brickyard 400, and that's at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That race is on NBC. And July 30th, we head to Pennsylvania for the Pennsylvania 400 at Pocono Raceway. Once again, shout out to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. getting a win here. Let's go see. Okay, it's time for the Who Will Win winners. I don't think anybody picked Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Let's try to go up this list very carefully. We had a lot of people pick Dale Earnhardt Jr. And he just didn't get it done today. So we are going up the list right here, about halfway up it. And I don't see anybody picking Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Kind of a sleeper pick here. A lot of crashes. Total of 14 cautions, did we say? Yes, 14 cautions. A lot of good cars taken out. So, know who will win winners here. Once again, next week we head off to Kentucky Speedway. So, let's talk about it real quickly. What did NBC bring to this NASCAR broadcast? They bring the Batman Bat camera, which seems pretty cool. They used it for a little bit, but it seems like after lap 50, they let it cool down until like lap 120, let's say. But also, Rick Allen had his problems. The NBC also hired an African guy to be a pit reporter or something like that. I mean, his questions were really elementary. Any NASCAR fan already knew the answers. Like, he had a question about what were the hood pins. I mean, come on, man. So that'll do it. NBC, nothing but commercials, bringing their commercials. You know how it is with them and Rick Allen's problems. So there you go. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. getting the win here. Have a safe 4th of July weekend. Thanks to everybody for playing Who Will Win. And we will see you guys in Kentucky.